Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is to add content to your website using WebStarts. Adding new and relevant content to your website on a regular basis is a critical part of marketing your business online. Not only does it serve as a reminder to your audience that you're keeping your website updated and that you're definitely in business, but it also helps you get better ranking on search engines like Google. Before we get started, let me invite you to tap the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you'll always be the first to know when I release a new video on web design, internet marketing, search engine optimization, and similar topics. To begin, make sure you go to webstarts.com and sign up to create a free account. That way you can follow along with this tutorial. I've logged into my WebStarts account, and since I have multiple websites in my WebStarts account, I'm in what's called the All Sites view. From here, I can just hover over a thumbnail to one of my websites and click Select Website, and then that will bring me to the dashboard for that specific site. Now, if you only have one website in your WebStarts account, chances are when you logged in, it opened up to the dashboard view for the one website that's in your account. The easiest way to add new content to your website using WebStarts is going to be using the blog app. So if you're on the dashboard, scroll down and you should see this panel right here. And if it's in the blue color, that means that the blog app is enabled within your website. If it's not, simply click on the gray panel and it will be activated. The app is called the blog app, but it really can work as a CMS, or what we call a content management system. So think of it as more than just a place that you can make blog posts, but also a way to manage articles if you have a lot of those, or if you're creating a website that just has hundreds of pages, the blog app is a good place to manage those. With the blog app enabled, it creates two pages in the page editor, one called blog and the other one called blog post. You can edit the look and feel by clicking on edit site and then selecting those pages from the drop-down menu in the page editor. The blog page is where you'll have a list of the posts that you've made, along with a thumbnail and some abbreviated text, and a button that allows you to view each one of the blog posts, where the blog post page is the page where each one of the posts actually appear. Another thing you'll notice is when you enable the blog app, the blog page is added to your website menu. Let's go back to the blog app and create our first post so you can see what this stuff is actually going to look like. All right, I'm going to click the option to go back to the dashboard. I'm going to scroll down, click on the blog app, and this opens up the Manage Blog view, and you can see here I have the option to create my first post. I'm going to create my first post by clicking the New Post button, and then I'm just going to call this Demo Post. You can set the date that you wrote the post by clicking here, and then you can also optionally add an author's name to the post. Go ahead and drop your cursor into the content field, and there you can begin typing. You can add images, video, or HTML code to your post just by starting a new line and then clicking on the Add Image, Add Video, or Insert HTML code icons. For example, I'm clicking on the Add Image icon, and then I'm selecting an image from my file manager, and I've added it to my post. An easy way to come up with content ideas for your website is to post the same things that you're already posting to social media. You can just copy and paste your posts directly into the blog app. This works especially well if you have a social media manager or somebody who already posts that content to places like Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the likes. If you do have a social media manager, they can even have their own login credentials that you can set them up within your website, and I'll show you that in a minute. Ready to publish your post? All you need to do is click Publish Post, and then it's published to your website. If you're not quite ready to publish your post, but you want to save your changes, you can go ahead and save your post as a draft. Those drafts can be found under the All Posts section, and they're marked over here with a little red dot that indicates they're saved as a draft. I'm going to go ahead and go back into this post, and I'm going to publish it. And And then I'm going to exit out of the blog app and just take a look at what that post looks like on the live website. Something I noticed right away is that my content is black text and it's on a black background, so you can't see it. So let me show you how to fix that. As a reminder, all of the controls for the appearance of your blog page and blog post are handled within the page editor. So I'm going to return to the page editor. I'm going to select my blog and blog post pages individually, and I'm going to apply some color to them now that I have some content to view. To change the color of that text, what we're going to do is select the blog widget, then click on the style icon attached to it. And now that we have some content, we'll be able to see how that changing the colors affects that content. So here you can see that I changed the content color from black to gray, and if I wanted it to be white, I could select that. Now I'm going to select the blog post page and just do the same thing. So for example, I'm going to select the widget, select the style icon. I'm going to change the content color to white so you can see my font is now white. I'm going to make my way back to the blog page, and on the blog page, I'm going to select the blog widget, click on the settings icon, and then you'll see an option here where you can select from 3 different layouts for your blog posts. I've added a few more blog posts to my website, so let's click on View Site and see how that final product looks. Let's click on View Site and see what my finished blog looks like. So here I'm on the blog page, and you can see the different posts that I made, and when I click on Read More, I go to each individual post. Earlier, I mentioned that if you have somebody who does your social media, that you can set them up with their own login credentials. To do that, go back to the dashboard and click on the little people icon right here. And what you can do is just add a contributor. Just select the role as being the blog contributor and then enter their email address. They'll be sent an email invite and they'll be able to set up their own login from there, so they can be limited to making changes to your blog posts only. That's it for this video. Don't forget to visit WebStarts.com to create your very own free website, online store, or blog, and be sure to tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to see more videos like this.